Chosen ones, we're gathered here today to discuss why we are chosen. What is our mission? What are we doing here? I believe we are chosen to explain and bring the truth to this world. Bring the truth, the light into this world, because that's what it needs. We live in a dark world. We're living in dark times. But ladies and gentlemen, it's starting to get a little bit brighter because we're starting to have the veil lifted. You almost want to wonder why. Why is the veil being lifted? How is it being lifted? Well, it all starts with people that want to share the truth. It starts with people talking. It started with people talking like Jordan Maxwell and just Zecharia Sitchin, and so many people just started talking. And that's how it starts. That's how the veil becomes unlifted. It doesn't unlift itself. Ladies and gentlemen, you're coming to a point where you're gonna have to pick a side. You're gonna have to choose a side. You're gonna have to choose, and I'm not talking about the right versus the left, because that's all make-believe. You're gonna have to choose a side between the right against the wrong, the evil against the goodness. And you know what? The goodness has nothing to do with the church or any of that make-believe, Knights Templar, torturing nonsense. Religions were created for one reason and one reason alone. You can fill in the blanks, but it's not for love. We need to come together. We need to accept whatever everyone else is doing. We need to accept it, and we need to start to love one another. That's what we need to really start to do, in my opinion. I teach my belief system, but you don't have to believe it. But my belief system is based off of the fact that, first of all, it's based off of history that we can actually prove. Okay? Symbols and signs. That's about it. When you go all the way back, you get back the basics, the very beginnings of time, you get symbols. That's what you get. You got to figure it out. It's a puzzle. I think what a lot of people forget to remember, and this is when I teach this stuff, the first 30 minutes is putting people in to what it was like back then. You got to get into it wasn't anything like this. People were not connected like we are now, as far as phones and this and that. You had to write somebody from across the world and pray it got there. Just put yourself a couple thousand years ago, okay? Our history has been completely controlled. I mean, what do you think it's written on? It's written on paper. The printing press wasn't invented until way further down the line. So all of a sudden, and that was like hundreds of years ago, so all of a sudden you have history for thousands and thousands of years, people doing stuff and people building things and writing it down, but there's no way of copying it. You had to hand copy it. So books were rare, number one, and like massive copies of books didn't exist. You had to hand copy everything. So you know how easy it would be to erase history entirely? All you'd have to do is be the guy that keeps the records and then burn the place down. That sounds familiar. The Library of Alexandria. I mean, this stuff happened. It happened all over the world. India doesn't even have a written history. It got completely taken away. So they were able to write whatever the hell they wanted and just show us what they want us to believe. It's really not that complicated of a situation. You just have to be creative enough in your mind to be able to go back in time and like in your mind and think, wait a minute, it just doesn't seem normal that, they would be able to, for all these years, you know, have all these different ideas and these different things that lasted all the way up through time, unless somebody was enforcing these things. And usually when you're enforcing something, that comes with some sort of penalty if you're not going to choose to do the thing that's being enforced. So we are the result of people for thousands of years coming to our little village and saying, hey, listen, you're going to believe in this now, you're going to act like this now, you're going to do this now, or we're going to burn your village down and we're going to ruin you. And that, my friends, is exactly what has been going on. And I explain it and I bring people there. And I think what it is that TikTok understands that maybe I look at things differently, or maybe there's something about my videos that they hate. And I think it's because of how I'm trying to really bring people into the experience of living thousands of years ago. That's what I'm trying to do, because I believe that I can picture it in my head. Maybe I have a really good imagination, but between having a good imagination, using your common sense, and having some average intelligence, you can come to some pretty amazing decisions and understandings. It's really incredible. Like, here's a good one. They tell us the world is spinning, the earth is spinning, it's a ball, it's spinning around endlessly, spinning super fast too. And I get motion sickness, the whole thing's just weird. But it's spinning, right? Water on it. I mean, when you spin something with water, it doesn't spin with it. It just so the earth would have water everywhere. Gravity, you know, but gravity doesn't work here. You can't stick water to a ball here. So where's the gravity? Weird. You ever seen that trick where you put two forks together and then you light a match and you dangle it on the side of a cup and then you can burn the match and the forks don't fall? Where's the gravity? It's nothing about gravity. It's about buoyancy, density, and electromagnetism. However, well, I'm talking about something really else, but so they tell us it's spinning, okay, 1,000 miles an hour at the equator. Let's see. 66,600 miles an hour. They rounded it up to 700 around the sun. Spinning. So now we're double spinning. And then not only are we doing that, we're traveling 500,000 miles an hour through the galaxy, never to return to the same spot ever again. But we can look up every night and see the North Star every single night in the same spot. And when I say this, people say, oh, has it always been the North Star? Listen, for the sake of the argument, it has been for thousands of years now, okay? And it doesn't move. That's what the Georgia Guidestones proved, which is why, in my opinion, they were ripped down, because they had a tiny little hole in the middle of that, and you could look through the hole and you could see the North Star every single night. So either, here's what's going on, either the stars, all of the stars in the sky are spinning at the exact same rate that we happen to be flying through the galaxy at an infinite rate, and everything just lines up perfect every single day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, forever. Or the earth doesn't move at all and only the stars do, which is why you can take a picture of them and you can see the beautiful spinning of them because they rotate around us, which would be why there are the, you know, the zodiac signs, you know, Pisces, Cancer, all the zodiac signs. They have drawings of all of those on cave and pyramid walls that are thousands and thousands of years old. Thousands of years old. Like 4,000 BCE. I'm talking over 6,000 years old. So, I mean, it's pretty unlikely that for this amount of time now, for thousands and thousands and thousands of years, everything's been spinning together. Oh, no one's ever felt a thing. Not to mention, sundials only work when the sun, when the source of the light goes around in a circle. That's it. If the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, it doesn't work. You can't. I've done experiments and I've done experiments where they say, oh, spin the earth. Oh, you gotta spin it. You gotta spin it. It doesn't make a difference. You spin it, the light still goes from east to west. The sundial doesn't work like that. The shadow doesn't work like that. It's impossible. The only way for it to work is to go around it. It's a really, really simple, like almost kindergarten experiment that you can do. Anyone can do it. And it's common sense. They have tricked us into thinking nonsense with television. Tell-lie-vision. And it's mind-blowing. But I get so much crap on these platforms. But you know what's sad? When I sit down, because I don't edit these videos. I'm just sitting down and talking. Driving to work right now. I don't edit it. So I get some people that are like, yo, your edits are amazing, bro. Like, your videos look so legit. Like, you look like you're just talking for like 20 minutes straight. I am. I don't cut my videos. I don't clip them. I don't edit them. That's why I make so many of them and don't care that TikTok keeps taking me down. I don't put that much effort in. I'm not doing crazy edits. I just talk for 20 minutes and then put a picture at the end. That's it. If I could find people that wanted to work with me, like, and help me, because I don't have money. I work 60 hours a week to feed my family and I do this for free. So if I could find people that help me make good videos, God, I think we could do something really amazing. But no one wants to help. But anyway, you know, I am annoyed at the fact that, and like where I was going with that was that when I meet people in person on the street and I talk, usually within 5 minutes, they're like, oh my God, man, you're right. Like the spinning earth thing makes no sense. I like that. Online, it's different because people don't know, like, I could be an AI bot for all people know, you know, no, people have no idea. They don't know me. But when people meet me on the street or know me on the street, they know me. They know how I am. They know who I am. They know what I'm about. You know, they see how I move and they get it. They're like, damn, maybe this kid is making a lot of sense. So, you know, it is what it is. And unfortunately, you got some people that are just still so brainwashed. But I think eventually, you know, there will come a time in their life when, you know, they figure it out, and hopefully it's not at the end. But because I've enjoyed life more being awake than I ever have, you know, so it's really something. But I love you all and I wish you all the best. Please, if you want to support me, go to my website, download my book. It's $10. It's so much information. It's a beautiful book. It's digital. I've just printed copies and I'll be selling those as well, but I'm waiting for them. I think they're coming in October 22nd or something, 23rd. So once those come in, I was gonna go live on TikTok and sell them, but now I can't go live. They deleted all my accounts. So that's another thing. Hit that button for me so that I can go live, because this is crazy. I love you all, and this is entertainment and satire only, of course. I'm just a bad comedian that sucks its timings off, but I'm working on it, you know. I mean, I'd probably be better by now, but TikTok keeps taking my videos down and shutting my accounts off, so they're killing my practice, you know what I mean? They're really crushing my practice. I don't get it. You know, I thought, like, when people are trying to do something, they would support you, but apparently not, you know. Crazy world we live in, isn't it? I love you all.